Hey there, welcome back to another video. This time it is my thoughts on The Hitcher from 1986. This is the DVD from overseas, which has the special features. Disc 2 has an audio commentary, one with Robert Harmon and Eric Red, another that's scene specific with bits from C. Thomas Howell, Rutger Hauer, among others. There's also a 39-minute documentary, some short films. Why this film does not have a Blu-ray? I mean, that gets rights issues, but this deserves a Blu-ray stat. It's a fucking crime this doesn't have a Blu-ray. Because The Hitcher, I think, is one of the best horror films of the 80s. And it's fantastic. I don't have a bad thing to say about The Hitcher. I see Thomas Howell. He's driving one night, sees a hitchhiker. He even says, "My mom says I shouldn't be doing stuff like this." And Rutger Hauer, this is like the role he was born to play. See, a friend of mine said it best. When he's a good guy, he could be a really good guy. Like, I love this movie. And when he's a bad guy, he could be a really bad guy. Evil. Whether it be this or Nighthawks. And like, Hero this or Wanted Dead or Alive. And Rutger Hauer is just cool, as if ice is going through his veins. Got so excited I did kick my fucking table. Because I get excited talking about this movie. Because this movie, the remake of The Hitcher shows how great this movie is. Because the remake is how you do that in a shitty, run-of-the-mill slasher, but then with stupid fucking slow-mo bullshit. Fuck that remake. But this movie, you can look at subtext and deep levels to this movie if you want, and the movie deserves that. But you can look at it as a very competently made action horror road movie where this insane hitchhiker is just unrelenting. He's almost the fucking Terminator. Go after C. Thomas Howell, and then this other girl he picks up, played by Jason Leigh. To but the Hitcher is fucking up police cars, helicopters. He fucked up everyone in the sheriff station and unlocked C. Thomas Howell's jail cell. Because from the beginning, the Hitcher is fucking with Jim Halsey, C. Thomas Howell's character. The Hitcher, ever since I first saw this, I think it was on VHS, and then the old sort of HBO home video DVD. And it's like, what is the Hitcher's game? Is he some kind of force? Is he supernatural, or is he just human? Is he wanting C. Thomas Howell to play a game with him? A game that he is excited to play? This cat and mouse game? Is he kind of testing C. Thomas Howell to see, is he worthy? You know, are you worthy? Can you stop me? There's even a moment where C. Thomas asks, "What do you want?" And Rutger Hauer says, "I want you to stop me." Is he a guy who wants to die but doesn't want to kill himself? He wants someone to stop him. So he wants someone worthy enough, strong enough to do it. Is there a little bit of a gay thing going on when the way he places these pennies on C. Thomas' eyes? C. Thomas Howell's, there's a point where he spits on Rutger Hauer. Rutger Hauer takes his spit and does this. Like, there's many different directions you can look at it. And people are like, "Oh, you're looking too deep." No, this movie, you can do that with. And it's not ridiculous. Or you can just look at it at face value and go, "This is a beautifully photographed," which is why I would like to see it on Blu-ray. The cinematography is gorgeous, and the night scenes, and being out on the road in the middle of nowhere. The action that Robert Harmon, the director, creates is well done. Like when the cops are chasing C. Thomas Howell and Jeffrey Jason Leigh, they think they're the killers, and they're getting shot at, and it's back and forth, and then Rutger Hauer comes in and cleans house. And then the finale where C. Thomas Howell has the final confrontation with the Hitcher. There's C. Thomas Howell does a wonderful job. I think this is his best role, his best performance is in this movie. Rutger Hauer, as a villain, this is my favorite role of his. As a hero, this is my favorite role of his. It's hard for me to pick which one I like more, because they're both personal favorites of mine. The score, I love the score. Mark Isham. I love the beginning score where it's moody and it helps create the atmosphere. And I love the score at the end. I can't recreate it with my vocals, but it's some really subtle pieces of the score that make it creepy, get moody. And like the way the last scene is shot, where it's the silhouette of a character smoking a cigarette, and that score pops up. I don't understand why critics hated this. Like Roger Ebert gave this like 0 stars. Rest in peace to Roger Ebert, but I'm like, come on, man. There's a lot more to this filmmaking, a lot more to this script than people give credit to. And the script is by Eric Red, who's a very capable writer. He worked on Near Dark. He directed a film I love called Body Parts with Jeff Fahey. That's a very underrated film. I've reviewed that a couple times on my channel because I love Body Parts. That's another film that doesn't have a Blu-ray, but that's because Paramount are a pair of pricks. They never release shit on Blu-ray. There's so many films they own they don't put on Blu-ray. I hate Paramount. Fucking hate them. The supporting cast, Jeffrey DeMunn, who I remember as the sheriff in The Blob from 1988. He plays the captain, Captain Esteridge. That's a good character actor. I like Jeffrey DeMunn. I think he was in Warning Sign as well, which is another film I reviewed that was made in 1985. Again, good character actor. There's some fun, memorable bits, like when C. Thomas Howell is eating the French fries, and then at one point he picks it up and it's a finger. There's some intense moments, like when General Jason Leigh is tied up between 2 bits of a truck, and C. Thomas Howell is trying to stop him, and she gets ripped apart. We didn't need to see it. This is one of those films that is built it up so well with the intensity, with the characters, that you didn't need to see it. The idea, the stuff we saw before, sound effects, we got enough of it. Because you see that in the Hitcher remake, and it looked like shit with a lot of bad CGI blood. And just that remake, man, it got so many things wrong that this film gets right. Like, I almost want to say, watch the remake of The Hitcher to show how good this film is. Because that film, you have a fucking woman in a tight tank top, barely any other clothes, walked in slow motion with explosions behind her, with a shotgun as if she's a fucking superhero. While, and then soundtracks like 9 Inch Nails, fuck you like an animal, fuck you remake. That's one of the worst fucking remakes I've ever seen in my life, is the Hitcher remake. Because I'm a big fan of this movie. And like the director, I swear there's some featurette where someone was talking shit about this movie. And I'm like, you fucking hack. Sack of crap. Fuck you and the hose you're eating out. But you even fucked that up. How shitty you guys do a shitty job with your shitty movie and your shitty remake. Fuck, man. But anyway, sorry, I got off on a tangent. I hate that fucking remake. But this movie, I mean, from the opening, nighttime, moody atmosphere, to the first confrontation with the Hitcher. You know, I cut off his arms and his legs and his head, and now I'm going to do the same to you. You ever seen how much blood comes out of an eyeball when it's been punctured? What do you want me to do? Say, I want to die. I want to die. I don't want to die. And then you watch when Rutger Hauer gets up, and you see like a little smile on his face. Like maybe this is the one. That's what I mean. Like, you see bits of that, and you go, stare throughout the film. Or later on when it's like this dust storm, and Rutger Hauer comes out like something out of a myth, and he gives him the keys to his car as if, here's a challenge. Do you want to take the challenge or not? Or the bit where he's driving and he sees Rutger Hauer in a car with kids, and he's trying to honk and get him out of there, but then things fuck up. Later on, he finds the car, and just his reaction, and you see blood spilling out of the bottom of the car. You get enough of it. Usually, I love gore movies. I love blood. But when it's done well, then yes, less is more. When it's done well, though, and that's the key, it has to be done fucking well. This film does it fucking well. I cannot praise this movie enough, man. I can't. Why does this not have a Blu-ray? That fucking kills me, man. But this movie... Like I said, I mean, the cast do a wonderful job. Oh yeah, fuck the Hitcher 2. I've been waiting. Well, you keep on fucking waiting, because I'm not going to review that fucking movie. Because I don't want to fucking get... I have a lot of other stuff I want to get to. I really don't want to watch that movie. I have too many other stuff to get to. Plus, I don't want to fucking torture myself with that bullshit. I really don't. But I'll say, my brief thoughts on the Hitcher 2, I've been waiting. It's Terry Wooer, I believe, and C. Thomas Howell. C. Thomas Howell playing the same character. And then Jake Busey is the Hitcher. And then, like, the movie's trying to make us think, is this the son of the Hitcher? Or is this a reincarnation of the Hitcher? Because there's moments where, like, Jake Busey's talking to him as if he's known him before. So is this supposed to be, like, the reincarnation of Rutger Hauer's character, and he's come back? Or he's, again, the son of Rutger Hauer? I don't give a fuck. But C. Thomas Howell was given nothing to do, and then he gets killed, which I thought was a really fucking lame thing that happened to his character. So to me, The Hitcher 2 doesn't fucking exist. It exists in the same black void as Alien 3 of its sequels. I don't want to fucking exist and waste my fucking air on planet Earth. Hitcher 2 is a fucking lame direct-to-video sequel that didn't need to be made, because you don't need sequels to this. It ended fine. No sequel bait, no downbeat ending. It ended perfectly. You did not need sequels. You did not need a fucking remake with 9 Inch Nails songs. And I like 9 Inch Nails. They don't need to be in a fucking remake of The Hitcher. There doesn't need to be a remake of The Hitcher. The director, run-of-the-mill fucking Platinum Dunes direction. I can't even say that. I give more credit to the director of the Chainsaw Massacre remake. With the look and cinematography. Whether you like or hate it, it was different from what that fucking hack of the Hitcher remake did. I don't know if that guy directed anything again. Maybe he went back to fucking music videos where he belongs. The acting such. Sean Bean, the Beanie Baby, as a Hitcher. I'm sorry, you can't do better than Rutger Hauer. Sorry, man. And then, oh, what was interesting about this? It was a lead guy. Oh, let's make it the typical lead girl, just like 50 other fucking million slasher movies. So, let's take something that made the original unique and let's change it to be more typical and cliche. So, That's what I mean. Like, everything about that fucking remake. And then also, for the most part in this one, the guy's by himself. It's only much later on that he gets Jason Leigh. But for a good chunk, he's by himself. Like the scene where the Hitcher drops this fucking, I think, lighter. And C. Thomas has to run as the fire escalates. Very well done direction, use of slow-mo, and get in his car and drive away as this gas station blows up. The fucking remake, for almost the whole time, it's two people. Like, it's two of you. Like, at the beginning of this movie, Jim Halsey's by himself with the Hitcher. There's two of you. Each of you could take a fucking arm to this motherfucker, and then your other arm could punch him in the face. There's two of you. Grab, that defeats any suspense. The fucking remake was so fucking stupid. I'm gonna calm down, Matt. We're talking about the first one, the only one in my opinion. So yeah, the sequel sucks, the remake sucks, but if you've never seen The Hitcher, please find it to watch somehow. I don't know where you'll find it to watch, but yeah, this is the best DVD you can get out of it. It's from overseas. It's a UK DVD. You do need a region-free DVD player or a region-free Blu-ray player to play this. So you do need a region-free DVD player. I just want to stress that. But this needs special edition. Get on-camera interviews with Rutger Hauer. Get on-camera interviews, like new ones. Like, you can keep this old documentary, but get new ones with these guys. Robert Harmon, the director, the only thing I remember he did, I think he was up to direct Deep Star 6. But then things didn't work out and Sean Cunningham did it. That would have been interesting. What he would have done with Deep Star. I could be wrong, but I think I heard that somewhere. And then he directed this film I don't mind called Highwaymen with Jim Caviezel. I thought that was a pretty decent flick. Which has sort of a spiritual... has certain elements of The Hitcher, of the road movie, horror movie. Highwaymen is a pretty decent one too. I saw that in the theater. I was like one of the only people I saw in the theater. But yeah, The Hitcher, I can't praise it enough. I love this movie. So thanks for watching. Take care. And we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.